I'm sorry, this is... It already has to be a short stream and then I start late. I'm so tired. Hold on, let me get my drink. Bleh. Pre-talk, thank you for 15 months. Don't worry, boss, if you fall asleep, we'll watch your back. Unfortunately. You mean that literally. You mean that literally. No. I don't wanna. I'm trying not to. I'm trying really hard not to. I do sound fatigued for a number of reasons. One is I have to be really quiet again. Cause I'm staying at an Airbnb that's like part of someone's house. And it's very late. And I know they have young kids, so I don't want to bother them. I asked them what exact area of this whole place would be like the least likely to have any noise disrupt you if I was talking late, and they pointed me to the area where the bed is, which means I'm probably gonna fall asleep because I'm streaming from bed. You think it's only a 2D bed? No, bro, I'm in a real one. No, if you tuck me in, I'm doomed. If you tuck me in, I'm doomed. Then I'll pass out for sure. Right now, I am sitting on the bed with hot water. Not tea this late, just water. I've committed the gravest. We're doing 5D. 2D and 3D bed. Technically, we're doing 5D. I committed the gravest of Vtuber sins today, unfortunately. So, even compared to the usual tired streams, we're gonna sound a little more tired. Guys, this is the worst. This is the worst crime a VTuber can possibly commit. I didn't hydrate. Is the music okay, by the way? Can you hear it? I didn't hydrate very well today. I tried, but it didn't work. More like, okay. I washed out 2 water bottles, and here, I'll turn up the music a bit. Some people can't really hear it. So I had 2 water bottles, and I washed and brought them with me, right? TGM, thank you for the super nap stream finally happening. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. But I have what was this talking? Oh yeah, my water bottles. Okay, so I washed the water bottles, right? And then I made some tea in one, and I just put some cold water in the other one because the temperature was really cold in the morning. But I was like, it's definitely going to get hotter later, and I want to be prepared for both and to hydrate in both. They were like 750 mils each, right? So I was prepared. But then, okay, from where I'm staying, from where I had to be today, it was a 2-hour commute, right? 2-hour commute. And for that 2-hour commute, I have my water bottles, and I'm like, this is fine. About halfway to where I need to be, I open the water bottles to have some sippies. And you want to know what comes out of the bottle? You want to know what starts exploding out of the bottle? Soap bubbles. I think I didn't rinse it well enough. I had to very quickly make some mental calculations and figure out what is potentially more dangerous, not hydrating or drinking soap. Hello, Ryan Safe. Sorry I didn't say hi to everyone who came in earlier. It says I'm too tired. You guys are great. I'll get people as they come in slower. That's all I can promise. I'm too tired, brain hurt. Oh look, I'm Obake too. Thank you for 3 months. You know you work so hard, glad you're resting. I'm doing my best. Oh, Josh Neely and like the Velociraptor. It's actually more tasty than normal water. I googled it though. I was like, can I die if I drink soap water? And it said most likely not. But it did say soap poisoning was a thing. And I'm very far from home right now, very far. So I was like, I probably shouldn't chance this. If there's so much soap, it's exploding out of the bottle like a volcano. Oh my god. So I kind of had to risk my, or had to decide the cost to benefit, and I decided I'll hold out and get some better water. But then by the time I got to where I was needing to go, I had a really bad migraine from not having enough hydration. Hi, Amisa. So because I have a terrible migraine and I need to shake the migraine, I got like a massive dark roast coffee. Hello, Ramses. Because once I get a migraine bad enough, the only thing that's going to help is caffeine. At least it helps me cope with it mentally. Physically, it probably makes me more dehydrated, but it does help my brain. Because the type of headache that I get is like, it feels like there's a heartbeat in your brain, and it's literally like, I can't function. Like, I'll vomit. So I was gonna throw up. So I had that, and it helped. And then on the way out, I was like, okay, I'll chug a water, and I'll grab more water so I can extra hydrate to make up for the coffee. But I was so focused on the fact that I had to go buy groceries that I forgot to get anything to drink other than the coffee. And then I got my groceries. Oh, I don't know if this counts as hydration. I also didn't have time to eat all day because I had some scuff getting on the trains and stuff, which we'll talk about later. But I didn't have anything to eat, and I was actually starting to shake really hard, so I just went into the first restaurant I saw. And that was ramen, and it was really good ramen. So does ramen broth count as hydrating? It's full of salt, so maybe that's like anti-hydrating. But it was yummy. And depends how much salt. That's ramen. It's ramen. Ramen is like one of the saltiest foods you can have. I'm pretty sure ramen has more salt than like McDonald's. See you, Shiki. So it's probably too much. Did you order water with that? Actually, yeah, I forgot about that. I drank 3 glasses of water. So I guess I hydrated a little bit. Hello, your rest. But then not really this. But then vanilla explain. But then yeah, you're not wrong. Instant ramen can have 100% of your sodium. I've actually had one that has 110. I don't know if you're legally allowed to sell a product where one serving has more than a daily serving of salt, but My favorite brand of instant ramen has 110. It's really tasty. That's true, coconut water is really good for rehydration. So is sports water. I actually have sports water powder. I just mixed in a glass of water and chugged before stream. But I'm like too far gone. I need an overnight reset. Oh, the Rapture Queen. But yeah, that's how I committed the gravest VTuber sin. And then on the way back, it was another 2 hours on the train. By the time I got back, I was so tired that I was gonna drink, but I forgot, so I ate instead. I cooked a really good food though. Okay, this kind of has to do with when I went grocery shopping. So this made me extra dehydrated. I was sweating bullets. Okay, so you know what I bought at the grocery store? Most people, if they're going away for like a weekend and a few days, would buy like survival food, right? Like instant noodles or cans of tuna or whatever. Because I have a kitchen. You guys want to know what I bought? I have a photo so I can look at it and tell you in big detail. Who am I cussing? I can tell you in big detail everything I bought. Okay. Oh, I have a photo of what I cooked too. I'll share it later. There goes my phone. Hello, Spawnstrunk. Wait, I did not buy the ostrich egg, no. My entire grocery order cost like 1 ostrich egg. Okay. So I was originally gonna do a pizza stream, but there was no pizza pan in this kitchen and I didn't bring one, so I was like, eh. Instead, I just made something normal and ate it before stream. Because I have to wake up early, so I didn't really want to eat on stream and then take too long. I ate before. Look at my mic. Oh my god, I spilled water all over the bed. Now when I have to go to sleep, it's gonna feel like I peed it. It's warm water too. No. Oh my god, my mic is trying to like Sudoku itself right now. It keeps jumping. That's why I spilled my water. My mic literally jumped. And I barely caught it. Okay. I think I have it balanced a better way now. Hopefully this is not danger. If the mic tries to jump off the table again. The stand is broken. It broke during one of the flights, I think. So now it keeps trying to jump. I think I balanced it okay. Anyway, I was telling you guys what I bought. So unlike any normal person, here's what I bought. And I bought it while I was still 2 hours away. So keep in mind, I had to commute 2 hours with all of this in my bag. Okay, first of all, this is kind of normal. This is kind of normal. I might be going to a convention next weekend. I might be going to a convention next weekend. So just in case while I was there, I got some eyelash glue and some fake eyelashes. That's the most normal part of my whole order. Okay, so the rest of my few days survival kit, I plan to eat one meal at a restaurant every day, and then have one meal that I cook every day to save a little bit of money. So what I got a 2-liter carton of vegetable juice. It has like a bunch of supplements in it and stuff to make sure I am not dehydrated and healthy. It's like veggie juice, not milk. There's no dairy in this dairy carton, despite the fact that it's in a milk carton shape. It is very much veggie only. Hello, Alex and Tony Tan. So we have the veggie carton, and no, zatsu. It is not. It's ASMR. It's say ASMR. I'm using the wrong kind of microphone for ASMR, and we're only whispering out of necessity. I refuse to acknowledge this as ASMR. This is not ASMR. I refuse. Holy shit. Okay, and then I got honey garlic sauce so that I could flavor it, because I realized I don't have any of my seasonings and shit with me. So I was like, what is a good flavor that I can like rely on to flavor without any other seasoning? Oh no.
Dying right now. So I hope this was worth it for you.
That's where I dip. Jealous. I'm stuck with the ASMR. Wish I could dip. I could take my headphones off and fall asleep actually. Hello, Ballistic Browser and Kelly. Okay, and then I packed, or not I packed, I bought, I bought, 2 big blocks of extra firm tofu. Because it's cheaper than meat. Hello, Ethan Tava. I don't think I've had problems with bed mattresses sliding off, but I mean, I have had problems with them getting dented. Really terrible ones. You wake up and it's not comfy anymore, and you notice it's dented where you were. But I got firm tofu because I could save money. It's cheaper than meat, and I'm a cheapskate. And then, how many days of food did you buy? It's enough to make 4 meals. Well, actually, it could probably stretch to be 6 to 8 meals for a normal person, but I eat an absurd amount. I eat a lot of food when I eat. Like the one bowl that I had, I'm pretty sure that could have fed 2 people. So, I say 4, but it's gonna sound like more than that. And then, I got 4... Oh, what kind of mushrooms are they? The really big ones. What are the really big mushrooms? My brain keeps thinking mozzarella, but that's not a mushroom. The brain cell count is low. Not shiitake, way bigger. Way bigger. Not oyster, they're still just like round, but they're really big. I think it's an Italian kind. Can I zoom in on the picture? Will it tell me? Sing so hello! Portobello mushrooms. I got four really big portobello mushrooms. Because I like how rich they are when they're paired with tofu. They make the tofu taste really good. Hello, Rian. That's me. That emoji is literally me. And then I got here's what we get into. Oh wait, no, I have one more kind of normal one. I got a whole package of green onions. Yeah. The ones people put in burgers or replace burger patties with. I've done both of those things before. Quite tasty, actually. I recommend. If you cook them similar to steak, they're really good in burgers. Okay, so now we're getting into the kind of a little bit weird things that I bought. So the last 2 things I bought. Icebox! Hello! Thank you for the raid, Icebox! Thank you! I can't pull up clips today just because I have my microphone on my mouse and it started like, hello, it's hello, thank you for the raid! I appreciate it! It's always exciting when Pimp plays raid into. Thank you! Make sure you go and check out Icebox's channel too! There's only one clip and it's awful. I would have asked anyway, so you could have said no, but I'm glad you won't be too upset that I can't then. But thank you for the raid! And welcome Pongala on Twitch! And anyone else who just came in, I'm CEO of Playasia, Obake Pam, I'm sleepy. That's the full intro today, I'm sleepy. Okay, so now we're getting into the slightly less normal. Thank you for shouting out Ice's channel! We're getting slightly into the more a little weird things that I bought. So I bought 2 whole heads of Napa. Not one. For a few days. No, I bought 2. 2 whole heads of Napa. And my brain is fried too. Hello, Univer! And, okay, here's the last... the last thing I bought, you're gonna laugh at me. I bought pumpkin. just a raw pumpkin. But it's kind of not a whole pumpkin though. Cat Cincy 14, hello. They don't really have whole pumpkins this time of year, but you can buy like a big chunk of like a calabaza squash type pumpkin. So kind with green skin, but they're still huge, like the size of a cat, or maybe a bit bigger. I bought a big chunk. It's like a quarter of the pumpkin. And it weighed more than the 2 liters of milk. No, it's not smaller, it's massive. It's not kabocha, it's massive. The quarter chunk is maybe the size of a kabocha. Or, I know, it might still be a bit bigger. The skin, like, you know the flesh of it? Like, when you scoop out the seeds, the flesh is like 4 inches thick? So, like, the part between the skin and the seeds, 4 inches. That is how much of a beast this pumpkin is. Hello, Harold Feather and Finotaku. So yeah, I just bought this raw pumpkin. And while it was raw, I chopped it with a knife. So here I am waltzing 2 hours on buses and trains and walking. I had to transfer multiple times, by the way, and stand for part of it. With a backpack containing many things, including 2 blocks of tofu, a quarter of a pumpkin, 2 heads of Napa, 2 liters of veggie juice, and a can of sauce. I think I was thinking with my stomach, and not with my muscles. The worst part is, I embarrassed myself quite a bit at the grocery store because I'm like a normal person who would go through the grocery store like, you know, with a cart. Well, I thought I was gonna buy 2 things. I thought I was just gonna buy Napa and pork. But stuff kept tempting me. I was hello, Obake and Komori. So, Gamer Gatsby, so, I didn't get a cart. I just balanced this all in my arms the entire time I went through the grocery store. In case you're wondering, Pim, how did you not drop that? I did a few times. No, not even a hand basket. I just balanced it. Hello, Cheeto. I just held it like a baby, just all bundled up in my arms. Hello, Dorothy ASMR. Exactly, that's my strategy. If I don't get a cart or a basket, I'm less likely to buy like too much. So I usually just carry everything in my arms. But then I went a little nuts. I love you, Kojima. No, I don't really know why I did that, but that's what I did. staff probably thought I lost my mind. I probably did, actually. I think they would have been right if they thought I did. Don't think your plan worked in this game. No, it didn't. I still ended up... Well, actually, it did a little bit. I was gonna buy eggs, too. And fry up some eggs for breakfast. And then, I realized... with how much I'm balancing all of this in my arms, and I'm already playing IRL while walking Jenga, I probably shouldn't buy a carton of eggs. Especially if I have to go on the bus and stuff for 2 hours. Like, I'm gonna get back. There's not gonna be any eggs. So I decided not to buy the eggs, and that was why I bought the tofu. Because you can actually make really good food by stir-frying nappa with scrambled egg, and then seasoning it with either Japanese curry or with soy sauce and stuff. It's quite good. Especially if you also have bean sprouts. But I decided, one, I'll be weird with the pumpkin. And 2, I dropped the eggs, so nah. Oh, I'm in your basement. How much more would you have bought if you did get a cart? Honestly, I don't think I would have this time. Probably just the eggs. I already went kind of wild. Hello, Derpy Afro. I wish I could type in my sleep. Damn. I could be so productive. Tofus are really good, though. I walked around the entire store 3 times, though, looking for tofu. I couldn't find it. It was in the cheese aisle. It was next to the cheese. I don't know why. Give me a sec. But I don't know why it was in the cheese aisle, but that's where it was. Usually there's like a vegan section or something that has it, but I guess not here. That's okay. Yeah. And then I got all that stuff and I cooked it and made some foods. And then I ate it. But I did have, surprisingly, you guys were asking what flight scuff there was this time. But I didn't actually have a lot of flight scuff this time. If anything, the flight was like the one thing that went well. No problems. No problems. Hello, Dr. Erikago. Oh, you're stuck trying to... They don't sell tofu where you are? I'm so sorry. You can... On the internet, you can buy dried bean curd. It's really tasty. And you can often substitute it for tofu. You look up tofu skin dried. You can buy it online. It's really good. And that's true, I will eat well. I'll eat very well. But yeah, the flight was really relaxing. And then, yeah, cabbage, honestly, I love it. It's cheap and filling and healthy. I love it a lot. Oh, hold on. Wait, my throat is yuck from no hydrate. I actually got to take off on my plane during golden hour. So it was really, really cool. Hello, Minicore! So, I got to, I forgot the word for clouds. I got to see, a really, really nice view, of a storm. And there's like a rainstorm or something. But I got to see it from above the clouds. And it was potentially. And when I was above them, there's really nice golden sun. And the clouds were all fluffy. almost looked like a fresh coat of snow with like patterns in it for as long as you could see, with like ripples in it. It was like snow dunes. And as I was watching it, I was listening to Dragon's song. I'm just, instead of a plane, I was like imagining I was soaring on a dragon. Fuck the microphone! Okay, hold on. I need a new mic solution. This is actually not good. Sorry, it's gonna sound real bad for a minute. I hope this is okay. I hope this is okay. Now we're on the dragon. Yeah, that was the roar. Halloween, it's still Esmeralda. The mic is on a stand. The problem is the stand is broken. The stand is totally broken. Oh. Hello, Prescott Swordmaster. That's terrifying. Speaking of turbulence. Okay. So I want to talk a bit about Pantheon. Yes, again. So, to not get into too many spoilers, there was like this really epic battle scene that was starting in Pantheon. And as the battle scene started... Okay, so just to start, I'm really bad with turbulence. It scares me a lot, and I sometimes cry. But there was a really, really epic battle scene in Pantheon that started, and then we had some bad turbulence. And I never Vtuber. It kind of felt like it was just watching it in like 4D or something, because every time there was like someone thrown against a wall or something in the show, the plane would like jerk to the side, and I'd be like, whoa. I think it was the one time I didn't cry during turbulence because it just made it really exciting. I felt like I was experiencing all of the explosions and stuff. You know, it was like the full IMAX experience. Hello, Nicholas. It was quite fun. I don't really get motion sick on planes or in cars. Only with video games and VR, oddly enough. But I don't really get motion sick in like vehicles. It was super fun. Oh, Daniel. And then I got to the finale of the entire series just as the plane landed. But I didn't have time to start the finale. And this is a show you can't watch anywhere because it got taken off of like every service that officially uploaded it. This is how I found out that shows as a tax write-off sometimes make a show and then completely cancel it. This show, which I truly believe is objectively one of the best shows I've seen in my entire life, one of the best shows ever made, animated or otherwise, they made a season 2 and then decided they're never going to release it because that's a tax write-off. How dare. How dare. Never forgive. Like this, I will admit, this show is starting to get a little less grounded in reality than some of the past episodes. It's starting to go a bit bonkers, but still within the realm of what could happen in reality, I guess. So it's really, if you like a thriller that's kind of realistic but also kind of off the rails, it's sci-fi, it's a really good one. To reiterate what it is before, basically it's the AI apocalypse, except instead of artificial intelligence, it's uploaded intelligence. So people can volunteer to get their brain scanned when they die. And then instead of dying, they're reborn as a digital form of themselves where their consciousness exists only in the cloud. Hello, Bellborg! And it's really good. It's really creative and interesting and unique. And the problem is that you can't watch it anywhere. It used to be on High Dive, that took it off. Oh yeah. And season 2 is never being released. So it's betrayed. Everyone becomes a VTuber when they die. Well, that's where it seems to be going. It seems to be going a direction where one guy is like, let's upload the whole planet. We don't need to worry about global warming or anything. If we're all digital, baby. But then they forget they need people to keep the servers running and stuff. But anyway, everyone's just acknowledged that he's insane at this point, so his solution is not valid. Hello, Tinkerbocker. And it's really, really good. But here's the catch. And this will kind of explain, now it's a little more messed up for people who are interested in it. It's supposed to be like you can be uploaded if you want. But so far, almost everyone that's been uploaded didn't consent. One of them was tossed into a coma when they got into an accident. And then they were uploaded without anyone asking them. They just did it. Because basically she was too big of a genius. They needed her to keep the stonks going. So they forced her to be put in the cloud where she can work for eternity with no time or no days off ever. Because she's not a real person anymore. So she gets no rights even though it's still her brain. No physical form means no need for sleep. At the end of 12 hours, just hit reboot. Start them up again. No rest. And then it's basically a nightmare. And then one guy, I don't remember. I think he consented. This situation is really complicated. I don't remember it. And then there's one guy. Does he have animal ears? No, but let's talk about animal ears in the show in a bit. Hello, Alan Smithy. And then there's one guy. He was a genius, but he was too big of a genius. He wanted to take his plans in different directions for the good of humanity. But you see, evil corporations don't like the good of humanity. So the evil corporations. Hello, Kokani Ritsu. I'm thinking you would like the show Pantheon. Ritsu, you would like it. So, basically his boss kidnaps him, drugs him, ties him to a chair. Hello, Objective Laycat. And it shows this. It shows this in all the gory details. Hello, Justin Curry. He shaves his head, draws on his scalp in permanent marker, this is always conscious, no pain meds, slices his scalp off, lasers the top of his skull off. Hello, Nakamura. And they start scanning his brain layer by layer slowly. But while they scan the layer of your brain, it destroys it. So he's like yelping in pain and stuff, and they're like, if you yell or if you pass out, you die instantly. You have to stay conscious. You have to keep talking until this is over. So he's just like trying to talk while it's going on, but like he can't. Like he at first he's talking normally, even though he's like sweating and like hyperventilating, but then his words like slowly start slurring because his brain is being destroyed. And you see his expression just start melting and like going fully limp, and he's just like bleh. And it's I think it's the only time that gore in anything, because usually gore doesn't get me. It's more the psychological stuff that gets me. But this one is more psychological and gore combined. But the way it was handled was so terrifying that I was shaking. I was shaking. It was so good and so awful. I'm thinking down the road it could be fun to do a member watch along of that series, because it's only 8 episodes and it's really, really hard to find. It was really disgusting, but like in context, it was really well done. I don't know how to explain it unless you have the full context. Because the full context of it is so much more impactful. Like, it sounds just gross on its own, but once you know why it's being done, how it's being done, the history behind all these experiments, it's so much worse. It's so much worse. Hello, GTF. But, yeah, the cinematography was really good. The voice acting was really good. The fact that the other guy that was doing it didn't even react. He's just like, I need you to keep talking. I need you to keep talking. I need you to keep talking. He was not reacting. He's like, this is for the good of humanity. You must keep talking. Like, not even, he was smiling when he said it. It's like, it was so good. It was so good. Anyway. It's actually an American cartoon. It's an American cartoon. Doesn't sound like an American cartoon, but American cartoon more messed up than any anime I've ever seen. And that's why I'm especially depressed that it didn't get the attention it deserved. Because I really want to see... No, it's really good, trust me. I think part of the reason it flopped is because people saw that it was an American cartoon, so they didn't want to give it a chance. And because no one gave it a chance, they didn't understand that it's actually really good. In terms of critics, on Rotten Tomatoes it has 100%. And with viewers it has 90%. Like, it has really good ratings. And it is legitimately, like, just such a brilliant show. It's really an underrated gem. But that's because no one can find it anywhere. But it's sad. Of course, Rotten Tomatoes is inaccurate. Everything is inaccurate. Any website where people can input reviews, people can spam fake reviews or whatever. But I mean, other reviews I looked at elsewhere seem to be consistent. And I was more looking at the words in the reviews, just seeing if they agreed with sentiments I had. And a lot of them agreed with sentiments that I had. So why is it not broadcasted anywhere? Because they use that as a tax write-off. I also have a theory that it's been censored because of... There's a lot of political stuff in it. I can definitely see some governments and organizations not liking this show. I can definitely see some reasons they might not want it to be seen anywhere. Not anywhere specific, more than one place. Lots of different places. I'm not going to get into the specifics because I don't want any political talk here, but, like, different reasons. But it's not like politics about any real thing. It's more like, I can't put into words. It's not political in ways that you'd think. It's not like, It's not like super woke or super anti-woke or anything like that. It's more like connections between a bunch of different countries, why they matter, what happens if some people get information first, or if everyone gets information at the same time that they don't know everyone has. It's not what you think when you hear political. It's not like Velma or any of that bullshit. No. It's more like dystopia, sci-fi political. But it's entirely fiction, but because people could, like... It's more like certain sentiments in it that if people go too deep on, I can see places not liking. But it's all fake. It's all fake. Big concepts, American cartoon is a better way to frame it. Maybe. But it's not what you would think. when you hear that term, because I know that often means other things these days, where people make shows entirely for that point. That's not it at all. That's not it at all. Mm-hmm. Maybe more like an intellectual show rather than a political one. Not fun, dystopia like Hunger Games, Divergent. It's pretty interesting. I mean, okay. Very close to apocalypse. Well, here's the thing. It's kind of making me think the last episode's gonna have the world blow up. So, come on, pause. Thank you for subscribing. But all American shows and cartoons have undertones. Every country's shows have undertones. Like everything does. It's kind of impossible to not. Whether intentional or not, everything does. But so basically, okay, I was talking about dystopia and fun. Sleepy, thank you for joining membership. Okay, so also yes, please read the rules if you haven't. I don't want to get into any actual political talk, please. But the thing is, one of the guys in the show that was uploaded, he's like a big genius guy. I don't actually remember what country he's from, but he's like high up in one of them. That's all you need to know. It doesn't matter which one. And basically he was uploaded, not trying to think of it follow, because he was a genius, and then his consciousness forever on the net could like break codes and stuff really quickly as they needed to and stuff, and struggle to pretend that Sealand was the Sealand scientist. And as soon as, like, whenever his government called him to do stuff, as soon as he finished doing it, okay, so expressing his follows, he's basically living in VR chat, but like he doesn't exist in real life. He only exists in VR chat, like his entire consciousness. Like he sees, hears, tastes, feels, all of his senses are only in the cloud, only digital. So every time he finished the work that the government made him do, he would like snap his fingers and completely turn off everything. No, it sounds terrible. I didn't finish. He would snap his fingers and everything would turn into his bedroom full of half-naked cat girls. I think he was having a life in VR chat. Sounds like hell. Are you sure? He seemed to be having a pretty good time. He seemed to be having a pretty good time. The other thing is, I was watching this on a plane, as you know, right? Journal. And it was so awkward when this guy came on the screen because he was wearing nothing but a thong. And like, I couldn't, okay, he had like a really big belly, right? So I couldn't actually tell that he had a thong. Because the way they angled it at first, it just showed him browsing on his laptop. And all you could, like, his laptop and his belly rolls were covering the thong, so it looked like he was naked browsing. He was literally browsing catgirl porn on his computer, by the way, in VR on his computer, browsing catgirl hentai. And it just, it zoomed in, showing his thighs and his stomach and his laptop, and he was making noises, and it just stayed there for like a minute. And then he got up and started walking, and all you could see was the string in his butt crack. And he just gets up and starts dancing and sliding down the rail. Hello to Surface Shadow, and he does it very flamboyantly. And I'm watching this on a plane. And I just look around and I'm like, people are gonna think I'm watching something really weird. Oh no. And then after this scene, because he's in VR, right? The guy at the government whose job is to monitor him and make sure he doesn't go psycho, he's just staring at the computer screen, watching everything he's doing, and you just see his expression like turn into this like twisted kind of face, and he's just like while he's watching, wishing he could be doing literally anything else. And then all you hear is really sussy noises coming out of the PC. And then the guy that's stuck watching before it switches scenes. I'm gonna whisper because I don't know if I'm above the kids' room. all that you hear is the guy that's watching him just being like, "Do you think he feels the sex though?" And I'm just like, I choke on my water laughing. of all the things he could say or think, it was that. And I just lost it at that point. I just lost it. You're just like, what even is this show? Oh man. I'm honestly surprised they didn't show it, because there was other, well, not in detail, but like the scene itself, it just kind of showed the girls, then him licking his lips and walking towards them, and then it like exited out of the scene. There were a few other scenes in it that were very, they didn't show any parts, but they were very explicit what was happening or about to happen. Maybe it didn't quite, but it is very obvious. Like people coming out of a shower and lying on each other naked type thing. It's definitely an adult cartoon, not like hentai adult, but very much made for adults. And I want to see more stuff like that. It wasn't trying to be edgy though. It just, every time there was something like that, it made sense. It made sense for the plot. They weren't shying away from like violence or adult content when the plot called for it. It's very well woven in. Isekai, kind of. Digital isekai. Mature, not adult, maybe. But mature sometimes, like, I don't... Teens might like this show, but I honestly feel like a lot wouldn't. It very much has a vibe that I think adults would like more. It definitely couldn't have aired on TV, though, I promise you. Considering even the one season that was made got removed from most of the streaming services that had it, I can see it having been pretty controversial, but it was really good. And I'll try not to spoil much more in case we ever do a watch along, but show's wild. Show is pretty wild. Oh yeah. I forgot to mention, hello Rick. I forgot to mention, oh no. Oh, we're live. That was weird. That was really weird. Sudden encoding overloaded. I don't know what that means. I've always done the same. So, no, it was an issue with my video graphics card for some reason. Hello, SF! So, oh yeah! SF made some really, really good fan BGM. You guys should listen to it on Twitter. Hello, Valentine! So, I forgot to mention the main reason I didn't hydrate or eat. So, I use a transit app that shows me the quickest way to get where I need to go, right? And as I use the app, it tells me to go to a train, but I only have like 3 minutes to make the transfer. So I'm like, it's okay, if I miss it, I'll take the next one. To employees, if you ever have a transfer that's tight, please, for the love of God, check check how frequent it is. In case you might want to take an alternate route, because I missed it. I got there as it was pulling away. I saw it stopped, and then I saw it leave. It was once an hour. Once an hour. Hello, Joey. Once an hour was pretty bad. I wouldn't have made it to where I needed to be on time. So I have to actually backtrack all the way to the airport to find an alternate route because I'm in the middle of nowhere. And that was so bad. I had to run to a different station in 5 minutes to transfer to this last train. Oh gosh, that would be so scary. Oh man. Yeah. Honestly, even once every half an hour I don't like. That's already pretty bad. But unfortunately by the warehouse a lot of them can be very rare, so I'm a little used to it. I just don't like it. But I didn't anticipate. But I managed to reroute and get where I needed to with 10 minutes to spare. But I left early enough that I should have had an hour to spare so I could have got lunch. So it's pretty bad. It was pain. But that's okay. The train was cool though. The train had 2 levels. Like a double-decker bus. But a train. I've never seen that before in my life. It was exciting. I was dumb and stayed on the bottom though. Because I only took the train one way because I missed it the first way, right? I didn't want to climb up the stairs to the second one because I had my 2 liters of veggie juice and Napa and pumpkin in my backpack. It was too much. It was too much. There was no way. There was no way I could make it up the stairs. No way at all. No hot chocolate? What do you mean no hot chocolate? I just have some water. So it was a little exciting. Hello, ma'am. I will have good sleeps at some point. When I finally have the time to sleep. Oh yeah, there was one pretty exciting thing though while I was carrying my veggies and stuff. So right when I was about to have a breakdown and just like fall on the floor and cry because my back hurt so bad. Because it's not just that it's heavy, the shape of them is really awkward in the bag, so I can't balance properly. I'm like about to cry. Oh, Coca Camera! And then, you know what comes on Spotify? Space Jam. And then on Space Jam, oh god, squats, don't redeem squats, I beg. I don't have space to squat right now. I'm gonna knock over my microphone. That's danger. Hello, pets. And when Space Jam came on, I did not feel nervous or weak anymore. I felt ready to jam. And I suddenly felt so powerful. That I like gained in this few moments that Space Jam was playing. It was just enough time to get me through the rest of the station to my train. And I felt so strong. It's like, you know what happens to the animals. Or not, were they animals or aliens? It's been so long since I watched it, I don't remember. Anyways, a team that's like suddenly all steroided up. That was me for a few minutes. While the song played, I was so powerful. Say NSFW for 1 month. Come on and slime. You wanna chip every time. Da 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 da. It's time to slam now. Dee 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 dee. Welcome to the Space Jam. It's your chance to the dance of the Space Jam. Alright, put your hands in the air if you feel fine. Da 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 da. Welcome to the Space Jam. Now I am waking up. I was debating. Oh, Frosty J! I am holding strong kind of emphasis on kind of. Space Jam is immortal. I've seen it a lot of times, but I don't think it's been in quite a while. Has anyone actually watched Space Jam 2? I'm still in the blissful mentality of what's Space Jam 2? Lies. It's not real. The presence of it on Disney Plus means nothing. It's an imposter. I refuse to acknowledge it. Oh, fucking reader. They nerfed Lola Bunny. Why would you nerf Lola Bunny? Why? She's one of the only furries I'll admit is hot. Why would you nerf Lola Bunny? It's so uncalled for. Hello, Alex Singer. But it was a tragedy. As soon as I found that out, I didn't want to see it anymore. Iron Giant and Cats Don't Dance. I love both of those movies a lot. I like a lot of the weird older kids movies. It's like one of my goals to track down every one of the retro kids movies I've never managed to track down yet and watch them all. I recently got what is it? Atlantis. But I haven't had time to watch it yet. I also got there's a movie called The Prince of Egypt, which probably is blasphemous to religious people. I'm assuming the movie's like bullshit or whatever. I was just a kid who wanted to watch a movie, and I thought it was really pretty, and the music in it was really lovely. There's another movie made by this. It's a classic. It's so fucking good. It's like it is accurate. Okay, I guess it's accurate. Then that's good. Then I don't have to walk on eggshells in case it's blasphemy and disrespectful. I really like it. It's a beautiful movie. I found out they made another movie about like a different part of the Bible or something that never actually got like as much acknowledgement. I haven't seen it yet, but I bought it. It came in a set with An American Tale and Prince of Egypt. I don't know why those two were combined, but found it at Walmart for like $5. I haven't watched the other one. It's like Joseph, Prince of Thieves or something. I haven't seen it yet, but based on how beautiful the other one is, I'm very, very excited. It is beautifully animated, and the music, especially the song that's like, oh, let me look up the lyrics. It'll be a fun one to sing quietly. Hold on. I have never seen Treasure Planet. Quest for Camelot. I knew what's the word. I pray you'll be my eyes and watch her where she goes, and help her to be wise. Help me to let go. Every mother's prayer, every child knows. Lead her to a place, guide her with your grace, to a place where she'll be safe. Such a pretty song. Especially when I talk about um old kids movies. I usually mean the not Disney. The not Disney. All Disney ones are good, but the ones that I really like are usually the ones that are like Anastasia, Prince of Egypt, all of those ones that are not Disney at all. I found the lyrics. Oh, we're only gonna sing a little bit of it though, because I don't want to start getting too excited and go loud. But okay. Hush now, my baby, be still, love, don't cry. Sleep as you're rocked by the stream. Sleep and remember my last lullaby. So I'll be with you when you dream. River, oh river, flow gently for me. Such precious cargo you bear. Do you know somewhere he can live free? River, deliver him there. I can't even begin to explain with the instrumental how emotional that song is. It might have been one of the first songs in my entire life to make me cry. Like, legitimately. And just the emotion that woman put in the voice and singing, just it hurts. It hurts. I actually wanted to do lullaby singing today, but because I committed the no hydrate, the sin of no hydrate, it was unfortunately not a thing. King of Dreams, is that what it was? Hey, Samieri, I don't remember the names. Princess D's must have been something. Oh, it's probably, I'm probably thinking Prince of Persia or something. Road to El Dorado, I saw it for the first time. 2 years ago. Also found it at Walmart for $5. And then I finally got to see it after all the memes and stuff. I was so happy that I could finally see it and understand. I don't think it was Sinbad. There's something else with a similar title. Something of Thieves or something. Unless Sinbad is something of Thieves, I don't know. Wasn't there an animated version of Sinbad too, I think? I've never seen that one either. I need to see that one. Black Cauldron is one of my favorites. You want to see monsters and crunches. I can't do that voice because I'll start to get really loud. As a kid, I really loved Gorgie. As an adult, I really hate Gorgie. He's so annoying. I want to eat him. He is the definition of gremlin. Wait. Gremlin voice. Annoying energy. Very fluffy. Small. Crunch apples. I think I grew up to be Gorgie. My favorite character was always Horned King. But I grew up to be Gorgie. That's disappointing. That is disappointing. No. Treasure Planet. I don't think I've seen Treasure Planet. That's one of the ones I only learned about recently, so I never really got to watch it. Haven't had time to look for it yet. Your brother and you ran when you were watching Prince of Egypt. Okay, to be fair, I can see kids potentially being traumatized by Prince of Egypt. It's kind of scary at times, honestly. I really liked it because I like a lot of the darker kids movies like Black Cauldron, Little Nemo, Prince of Egypt, Coraline. Basically all the ones that give kids nightmares. They're my favorites. If it's a movie that traumatized children, I probably like it and or would like it. I have seen Hunchback. Apparently, it was the first movie I ever saw, actually. My parents had an old VHS that they had, and they told me that after I was born, the first movie they ever played for me was their old Hunchback. So apparently, Old Babu Pam, that was my first movie. No, wait. There's Space Jam. Is either that or Space Jam? They're both early, probably. I don't know. I always mix it up. I always think it's one and they tell me it's the other. I don't remember which is correct. It's either Space Jam or Hunchback. Because they're, like, how people collect different things. My parents always collected Disney VHS. So I inherited this massive collection of old movies. Which is good because I love movies. So that's good. Wait, Treasure Planet is probably one of the best animated movies? Now I'm really upset that I've never seen it. Now I'm upset, I want to watch it. The earliest movie I remember watching is probably their copy of A Little Mermaid, because I remember getting so sick I would refuse to eat any food except for really spicy. No, I refused to drink. I would eat, but I wouldn't drink as it hurts my throat. I don't wanna. And I remember they bought me super spicy barbecue chips because I liked chips, and it would trick me into drinking. Still have a VCR, of course. I'm not gonna inherit a big collection of my parents' VHS and not be able to watch them. I have it on a thing actually where I plug it into my TV with HDMI, so technically I could do a members watch along with literally a VHS. With my capture card. But yeah, I remember watching The Little Mermaid with my barbecue chips. That was a trick to get me to drink water. I still want to see the new one. I've seen clips of her singing, and it sounds so beautiful. The only problem I have with the movie is Flounder. Flounder is terrifying. I haven't seen any of the other fish or animals yet. After seeing Flounder, I don't want to. I am terrified of the animals in that movie. They're too weird. I don't like it. Did they learn nothing from The Lion King? Did they biblically accurate Flounder? And that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. There are still a lot of good movies only available on VHS. That's why I still have it, I've never seen Spirit either. I heard about it a few times. Is it like animated or is it like real horses? Everyone just calls it the horse movie. I don't know what it is. Yeah, the CGI is what's kind of scaring me about the new one too. I don't want to be traumatized by Flounder. Well, you do cover the Scuttlebutt song. Scuttlebutt? It's animated, okay. Every time I hear Scuttlebutt, all I think of is Miriam Scuttlebutt from Ace Attorney. Is that a VTuber safe cosplay? If I go to a convention, if I cosplay Miriam Scuttlebutt, I'll have a box on my head. my god. Maybe I can cosplay Miriam Scuttlebutt. Now everyone will know it's you. But that's the thing. If I have a box over my head, I don't care. If you see me, all I have to do is fall to the ground, curl up in a ball, and then you can't see me anymore. Because we all know if there's a box on the ground and you're inside it, you become invisible. So it doesn't matter. Because if I get spotted, I just go stealth mode. And then you can't see me. And then we're fine. That's true, Wendy Obake in the spacesuit. Steel Samurai. Steel Samurai is safe. I will agree with you, Daniel. Hunchback has the scariest Disney villain, hands down. The mother in Tangled is pretty scary too, though. I think it's because both of them are villains that are like somewhat grounded in reality more than the others. So they're a little bit more terrifying. Treasure Planet's underrated, tragically did not break even at the box office. I think when I was looking into it, trying to find a place to watch it, I think what I heard about it is it was one of those things where, like, unfortunately, that's a phase when they thought 2D movies were, like, no good anymore. Viewers didn't want to watch 2D movies. Companies didn't want to make 2D movies. 2D movies cost a lot to make, but they weren't very profitable. And it was kind of like the CGI revolution when we started getting all these really bad stuff like Illumination. I don't know if Illumination was like after or not, but cheap. And we started shifting, and kids' movies and stuff became less substance, more cash cows. That you can have a bajillion. We still had sequels before, but they had a little more heart. It became like, what can get us the most movies with these same models and minimal writing? Stage name, thank you for the raid. Hello. Never seen Home on the Range, actually. Yeah, this one, Disney's trajectory shifted. We did have a few after that tried. Like The Princess and the Frog was really good. And believe it or not, if you're a fan of Tangled but you like 2D, I never got to finish it, but Disney actually made a 2D animated series of Tangled, and the art style is beautiful. It looks like an old storybook. It's amazing from what I've heard. Like, even adults really enjoy the Tangled animated series. I keep meaning to watch it, but I keep forgetting. But I've heard it's the best animated based on a movie series that Disney has ever made. Big Hero 6 was really nice. I didn't know there was a series of it though. That's so exciting. Big Hero 6 is one of my favorite Disney movies just because I found it really interesting, really fun. I'm also not ashamed to admit that I really liked the Immortals song. Even if it's kind of trash, you know, sometimes you gotta have a song that you know is junk food and you love it. Hello Patreon, Sheila Pussycat. It's just so good. But yeah. Five Goes West I've seen like twice. I don't really remember any of it though. I think there was a third American Tail too, but I haven't been able to track that one down yet. I only found out about its existence pretty recently, so I need to watch it. I unironically enjoy Immortal. Same though. Same though. Princess and the Frog is the last 2D animated movie. I hope it's not the last. I hope they'll come around and make more. I hope they'll give it another try, even if just for experimenting in the future. I was about to say, I wonder if Disney will ever get into anime. And then I remembered Twisted Wonderland exists. And Twisted Wonderland is getting an anime on Disney Plus, so yes, Disney will get into anime. Disney's first official Disney anime is an Ikemen anime. What a world we live in. I mean, I guess it makes sense though, because Disney often targets female audience in general. Of course, I think that's total BS and everyone and anyone can enjoy their movies. But a lot of the stereotype is that it's for a female audience, so it kind of makes sense they would go for that with anime. But I'm pretty excited. Did you continue playing that gacha? No way. The grinding was just too painful. I couldn't do it anymore. The grinding was too bad. It was like a masochistic game. I couldn't do it. The story was fun, but it was too masochistic for me. Disney's also releasing the Tatami Galaxy sequel. Interesting. Hope Disney goes back to just downright awful people for villains than ones that have more of a point than the heroes. I like both approaches as long as they're handled well. I like both approaches. Like in Hunchback, they do a good job of making him very hateable. In Big Hero 6, they do a good job of making him sympathetic. I like alternating between the two, so it's not always the same, you know? Yeah, it's just one of the most terrible grinds in any gacha I've ever touched. Exactly. It was too much. it was too much. It was too much. That's a good reason that Atlantis was great. One movie, nothing else, no sequel, no series, never needed it. It was done and it was perfect. Well, it's good as it was. Alright, Kaido. Bring on-screen murder into new Disney movies? True. I want to see it. I'm pretty sure some old Disney, at least the off-Disney movies definitely had murder, but I don't know about the Disney. Not that I can remember much anyway. I definitely know kids' movies with murder, but... Oh, just been! Gulliver's Travels is the oldest non-Disney movie. Gulliver's Travels. I've never... I'm writing it down. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it. Okay, I'm gonna look it up later. I get really excited when I hear about a retro movie I haven't heard of before. Big brain activate. Big exciting. The good to bad ratio with animated sequels is abysmal. It really is. It really is. That's why I like Studio Ghibli. Oh, Unfortunately, I've been betrayed in what I was about to say. I like Studio Ghibli because they don't make sequels. With the exception of Whisper of the Heart, which had the cat returns, which was kind of tied in, but there's another sequel to Whisper of the Heart. There's a live-action sequel where the couple fucking breaks up. I don't know if they get back together or not. It was one of my options to watch on the plane, the live-action Whisper of the Heart, and I was like, oh, it's a live-action remake, how wholesome. And then it just looked like depressing, made for a sad adults version. And I was just like, how could you do this? How could you do this? You don't just like break up Ghibli couples. You don't. There was a direct-to-video Atlantis movie you don't talk about. It's an episode from a scrap series edited together. Ooh, that sounds really painful. Except Tales from Earthsea. I haven't seen that one yet, but it seems to be very hit or miss. People either like it or they don't. But I think I might read the novels instead while listening to the music. I do? Ooh, this could be exciting though. Hold on, I want to try singing the song from it. I think that'll be a really cool one to sing whispery. Hold on. Hee. I don't have a reverb. So you're not getting reverb. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna lie down. Wait. I'm gonna go closer to the mic so I can whisper. Just because I want to see if it works. It sounds cool if it works. 夕闇迫る雲の上いつも一羽で飛んでいる I can't get air in my lungs lying down. We're gonna sit. I can't get enough air. Okay. 夕闇迫る雲の上いつも一羽で飛んでいるだからきっと悲しかろう音も途絶えた風の中空を掴んだその翼休めることはできなくて心を何に例えよう鷹のようなこの心を何に例えよう空を舞うような悲しさを That was harder than I thought. It takes so much air to sing that quietly. Believe it or not, it takes more air than belting to sing that quietly. Like triple the air that it takes to belt. Holy crap. I'll just use my hand. My poor lungs. I think that'd be so hard. Air is overrated anyway. No, I think it's rated pretty fairly. I think I need it and require it. Aladdin 3. There's an Aladdin 3? I knew there was one sequel. Then I knew there was like a genie spin-off. There's 3? but okay, I already have issues with Aladdin. Not even any issues that you think it would be. Have any of you guys heard of The Thief and the Cobbler? The Thief and the Cobbler is a beautifully animated movie that apparently working on was literal hell. Because the director was a little insane and wanted it to be perfect and wanted a bunch of the cutscenes. Well, not a bunch, maybe like one. There's like this 3-minute sequence that's just like an optical illusion. And a lot of the movie is really beautifully animated and it's pretty wild. And it's entirely hand animated, yes. It was in development. And basically, I believe someone that was on the project leaked a lot of the information that was going on behind the scenes for The Thief and the Cobbler. So Disney wanted to beat them to the punch. And Aladdin was inspired. I know, like, what is the original story? There's one that the two of them took inspiration from, but neither of them are accurate. They're both based on the same thing, but Aladdin kind of was rushed, and they took the information they stole from The Thief and the Cobbler, and they released Aladdin first. Oh, 1001 Nights. Yes. And because they released Aladdin first, no one would take The Thief and the Cobbler seriously because it looked like one of those like Disney but bootleg videos that you could have found. And then people just thought it was like not as good Aladdin, even though it was actually in development first. And I find that a real shame, because it's such a beautiful movie, and it got chopped up because that's when things started to go bad for the studio. They couldn't release it regularly. It got chopped up and like redone by a bunch of studios. One character that was supposed to be silent and just have like musical sound effects, they gave him a snarky, sarcastic, dry voice, and that said like really Americanized things like, I'm gonna take this and go to Disneyland, and all this commentary that wasn't needed. And they basically ruined the movie, released it totally broken, and then people are like, this is a bad movie, and it's like, it wasn't even supposed to be like that. There's a wonderful documentary on Thief the Cobbler. Yeah, I want to watch it someday. Yeah, Thief the Cobbler started development in the 60s and took 3 decades before being cancelled, and then it was released as the broken version. It's really fascinating and really tragic to look into. Also, other problems with Aladdin. It sparked a lot of Robin Williams' depression too. And that's why he didn't want to do any roles like the genie ever again. Because when he signed up to do the voices, he specifically didn't... I believe, I could remember wrong. I believe he specifically said he didn't want them to make toys of it and try to, like, make the genie just a marketing cash cow to suck parents and kids dry of their money. He just wanted it to be, like, you know, a role that he put his heart into. He didn't want to be some big marketing push. They didn't listen to him. They completely disrespected him and used the genie in like all merchandise and advertising. Like, they completely broke their contract and showed no respect for him, despite the fact that he literally carries the movie. And that breaks my heart. It really, 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 really broke my heart. So it's just another reason I hate that movie. Also, a funny story to those of you who don't know. I'm pretty sure Aladdin is one of the only Disney movies to feature literal prostitutes. And they don't even shy away from it. Titan AE. I've not seen Titan AE. No. That's another one on my list I really want to find. Also, Night Necro. I really want to see Titan AE at some point. And while he didn't come back for Aladdin 2, he did come back as Genie one more time for Aladdin 3. I feel like at that point he might have just heard the Genie in Aladdin 2 and been like, this is not me. And that's when they decided. Or maybe because they turned on the marketing, yeah. But yeah. Hello, Golden Emmy. But I'm a little behind in chat. I should keep up on the live one as well. But I fell a little behind. Titan AE is good. One's got a lot of great visuals. Oh, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it one of these days. Maybe Titan AE can be this month's watch along. Did we do scary stories to tell in the dark? Or was that? I think that was last month. I wonder if I can make time next week. I don't know though. Maybe Thursday next week. We'll see. Hanayan. Think so. I don't remember. It was your favorite kids movie. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Hello, Uncle Red. VCR DVD player combos are the GOAT. They really are. Especially the newer ones. Because the newer ones can go into PC. Little Mermaid 2, I don't remember it. Is that the one with her daughter? I think I saw it once. I saw it like once, but I don't remember literally any of it. I love how this ended up just becoming, for some reason, zatsu on kids' movies. How did this happen? How did this happen? My last stream was Nikkei, Lewd Gotcha. And now we're talking about kids' movies. Duality of Pam's brain. Most of the Disney sequels are pretty bad. I genuinely wonder if it's because for the main movie they just rob content from other movies, and then when they're forced to be original and create their own content, oops, they can't. At least for a lot of the older ones. Speaking of stolen, Aladdin wasn't the only movie. I don't know if there's any more other than this one, but I know there's at least one more example where they blatantly stole The Lion King. The Lion King was stolen from Kimba the Lion, which was a Japanese anime movie about a lion. That's way better. I knew about Kimba actually before The Lion King, because one of the other things I inherited from my parents was like a number of really old Pokemon VHS, and at the end of it, there's always a trailer. There's two specific trailers that play on like every single one. You've got this one Ranma movie trailer, and then you have Kimba the Lion, and then I think there's like the Dog of Flanders as well. I was about to say Flounders, but that's wrong. And anyway, it just completely stole Kimba for another audience, and they are based on older properties. Most of them are based on like Brother Grimm stories or stuff like that, but some of them are based off of literally movies made around the same period, but they just stole the idea, rushed it because they have the money, published it first. It's pretty bad. But exactly, I believe Disney tried to secure the rights to Kimba, but they couldn't get it, so they just like completely made a fake version. It's the Walmart version, except by an even bigger company. It is evil, evil. Except all the clips you see claiming they took Kimba are from a movie that came out after The Lion King. Did Kimba come out after The Lion King? Might have been in development first, though, or that might have been a later version and there was an earlier Kimba as well. I know some form of Kimba came first, is all I know. I don't know if it's the same one. But yeah, they got them good Disney lawyers, so they'll never get in trouble. Disney lawyers are gonna save the day. And then, let me look up the lyrics. Do you guys recognize this song? If any of you guys know the same spiel of trailers. I wanna one day do a song cover of this. I love it a lot. I'm curious. How many of you guys will recognize it when you hear it? 周りにいつも男たち取り巻いてて翼まるで君はピーナスついに起こったミラクルさ砂漠の中から見つけ出した銃を迎えに行くよどんな時も振り回されてもとことん crazy for you 形も見えないつながりを信じたい会いたい時には確かめ合いたいよ Don't you know, no, no, it's love You either know it or you don't You either know it or you don't It's from a really old trailer that used to be on Pokemon VHS for the Ranma first movie. So if you're like me and you inherited a bunch of Pokemon VHS, or if you're a boomer and you grew up with Pokemon VHS, you may have heard it. At the end of like every Pokemon ever. Not the movies though, just the VHS of the series. I really want to watch the Ranma movies. I keep seeing a collection. It's like all the Ranma movies and OVAs. But I keep forgetting to buy it whenever I come across it. One of these days I'll remember. And popular opinion, we love the flounder design. We have someone with bad taste in chat. Ever heard of Friendly Day? It's an animated murder mystery movie from Germany where a cat tries to find out who's killing other cats around town. I'll write it down. That looks really cool. I want to see it. I want to see it. Oh my god, I fell so far behind in chat. I am looking at chat from 30 minutes ago. Oh no. Hi, Patriarch. I'm looking at the new chat as it comes in too though. So I'm not missing your new stuff. I'm just really behind in the old stuff. Whoops. Let's get this Friday Frog! If you've eaten 20 pounds of cheese, depending on your weight, you could be like 5, maybe not 5, like 20 or 10% cheese. My brain. Hello, Gagagami! I thought I was saying 2D movies. No. Nah. See you good night, Robert. I'm gonna go to sleep pretty soon myself. I would like to stream at least 2 hours though. Cause it's already so much shorter than a usual stream. I don't want to give you guys less than that. I could be normal, like the rest of the VTubers out there, and go on hiatus or take a vacation whenever I travel. But I think we all know by now that I'm not normal in any way, shape, or form. So instead, I will squeeze in a 2-hour minimum stream even if it kills me. Last time we literally were so lazy that we did a stream in the bathtub and I didn't get out for 4 hours. I literally can't believe, I still can't believe I stayed in a bathtub for 4 hours. Who the fuck does that? Yeah, I did a stream from the bathtub last week. No. Yeah. I think a week ago from today exactly, actually. And I was in a hot tub, a private one in my room that was very sussy and surrounded by mirrors. And in the bedroom instead of the bathroom. And I did a stream and sat in it for 4 hours. I felt very refreshed getting out of it though. Just gonna say. I felt great. When is this Pam soup gonna come out? Never. Give up on your Pam soup dreams. Never gonna happen. I haven't bothered watching a new Disney movie in years. I'm liked some of their more recent ones, to be honest. Frozen 2 I had kind of mixed feelings about. It was okay. I didn't like some of the songs, though, but the plot was fine. Also, Alan, thank you for 22 months. I'm gonna sell the gamer CEO water. No. 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 It's a biohazard. I'd go to jail. No, no jail. No jail. 4 hours well spent. Legit, though. I'm doing that again. Anytime I end up in a hotel with a jacuzzi, we're doing that again. And it's a big enough bathtub I can comfortably stream from it. We're going to. And that was like the best day ever. That's the most comfy stream ever. I miss it every day since, even though it's been 1 week. Star Wars anime is technically Disney anime, true. I think one of the Star Wars shorts, wasn't it made by Trigger? Like specifically the team that worked on Promare. I remember one of the characters looked a lot like Leo, I think. Unless they just inserted Leo, I don't know. I love Promare. This is such a beautiful movie to watch. The entire movie was wacky. And was basically the plot that Trigger recycles with a different skin every time they make something. But Trigger is really good at making things very pretty. So even if they recycle, we eat it up and we love it. I just really like Kakuse. Mahari yuware ga ayai sabanare amare jirai. You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that at all. Nope. I haven't eaten in 2 hours. I'm hungry. But I can't eat 3 hours before sleeping, and I want to sleep, so I can't eat. David Plus, thank you for signing membership. I appreciate it. Thank you. Sailor Warren, I am doing good. Can't wait for it to be MIA for a year until they eventually silently drop it on Hulu. Disney should pick up Pantheon. Maybe they put it on Disney Plus. Honestly, if anything picks up Pantheon, though, I think it should be Netflix. I think Netflix has the best audience match for it. I think it would perform the best on it. Check to thank you for the super. Seen any good stop motion movies? Ooh, yes. Puppets are stop motion, right? Puppets are stop motion, right? Kubo. What? My brain is it Kubo? How many strings? Kubo. It's a mix of stop motion and CGI. Kubo and the 2 strings. It's a mix of stop motion, puppets, and CGI. But like even the monsters and stuff, they have real big puppets for them. You can see. And the behind the scenes can be so cool for that movie. I highly recommend watching the behind the scenes for Kubo. It's the best stop motion movie I think I've ever seen. It's really, really good. It is a banger, it is a banger. I really want more people to appreciate it. It's not retro like a lot of the other ones I try to track down, but it falls under the same category as like that's probably more than specifically retro. There just happen to be a lot more retro ones that I can find because once they're retro, you have a cult following that kind of brings them back. I really like stuff that ends up having cult followings that's a little more niche. That tends to be my thing in general. Even with live action, like Beetlejuice, Little Shop Horrors. I just like to find older niche stuff. And then I guess a decade from now, I'll be finding stuff from this time period that fell under the radar. Except for the rare exceptions like Pantheon that I happen to find while they're new. Leica is so good. Is that the studio that made it, I think? Yeah? They're amazing. I haven't seen anything else made by them, though. But I want to see more. Need to watch the 50s version of Little Shop of Horrors. Me too, I've never seen that one. I think Nightmare Before Christmas was stop motion. It's like claymation and puppets, right? It looks like early CGI, but I don't think it was. That's good. Selling that girl. Man, when I can see that people are new in chat, they've been here for like half an hour already. Cause I'm so slow. Nightmare is stop motion. I thought so. I just wasn't sure. It's your birthday wish for me to get some rest. That girl, I don't think you're still here because I thought you had to leave. But if you're still here, I'll sing happy birthday. If you want me to. I'll get some rest. We'll end in half an hour at the latest. I promise. Lilo and Stitch is okay. It never ended up being one of my favorites. I don't really know why. Maybe it was too happy for me, too wholesome. That's where most of Disney lands. Either the music wins me over or I'm like, too wholesome. Well, that's probably it. So making a live action Lilo and Stitch too. That can only be a mistake, considering the main character is an alien. That looks like a bunny dog bug thing. And there's no way to have that look good in a live action movie. There's no way. It's gonna be a disaster. It should not be allowed. Couldn't be any worse than the other live actions. I will admit, I have more hope for it than I had for Lion King. I will give it that. That is... Sorry, I need to move the mic cord. It got a little tangled. Okay. That's about all I can say for it. Hello, Dosing Chance. I actually was gonna put Ghibli music box music in the background, but I couldn't find one that'll safe for copyright, so instead I put this playlist inspired by Ghibli, but it's all original music that has permission for streamers to use. The link's in the description on YouTube if you like the music. I don't think this counts as ASMR time though. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm half tempted to try to get like a dual microphone set up so I can, if I'm doing a soft stream anyway, even if I hate ASMR, I can just set up 2 mics and call it ASMR even though this is not, because then YouTube algorithm will go off. It likes ASMR. Just make a series of ASMR. Although then people looking for real ASMR will click on it and be angry because it's not ASMR. I'm a troll. Oh god, now it is. No!
At least I'm probably dying right now. So
Cinder, thank you for the follow.
for you.
I'll see you on Smithy. I am on Twitch as well, yes.
Please help me.
Pain. My poor ears. My poor ears. Hello, Darkseid. At least now where I'm catching up on chat, I write a lot of this as it came in, so I can do them a little faster. Hello, Spider-Man! The one and only friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in my chat, although I guess according to Spider-Verse, is not the one and only. There's too many. Just too many. I finally saw the new Puss in Boots movie. And it felt like the animation was inspired by movies like Spider-Verse to me. I say this having never seen Spider-Verse, but the whole arrangements are okay as long as you don't try claiming them as your own. I think probably. I mean, people release doujin CDs where they do vocal arrangements with Toho music all the time. It looked pretty inspired by Spider-Verse. And I know there's the new TMNT movie that looks like it's inspired by the same style of animation as well. So I feel like it kind of set a new precedent for animation, like a new trend that we're going to see for a while until people get tired of it, and then we won't see it anymore. Just like Pixar started that early 3D kids movie genre that popped Illumination off. The genre that was a mistake. I don't really have to say it. It was a surprise standout. I'll say something. I have mixed feelings on it, I'm going to be honest. There was nothing wrong with the movie at all. It was just hyped up so much that I expected a bit more, based solely on the amount of hype that I heard for the movie. I thought it was going to be like mind-breaking, one of the best movies I ever saw, but it was okay. It wasn't bad, it was good. I just expected it to be really good. And I think my expectations were just a little bit unrealistically high. Could also be, I watched it when I was in a hotel, and I was supposed to be home. And the movie made me pay over $20 to rent it in a hotel because hotels are insane. So I was just like, I think I was cranky. I think I was too cranky to appreciate it because the day was so bad. I actually was debating doing a zatsu that day. I was too depresso. I sat there and I was like, I'm gonna do a zatsu, make the most of it, start streaming because I have Ethernet. I turned on the computer and I started crying. So I was like, okay, movie night in bed. No zatsu. What's the problem people have with the 2010 kids cartoons? They're too wholesome. Honestly, that might be why I don't like quite a number of them. It might be why I gravitate towards older stuff. It tends to be a little darker. And we're kind of seeing that come back a little bit. Some of the newer stuff can be a little bit darker. Not a lot darker, but like a little bit darker. Or at least dealing with more grounded issues. Like parts, not dark in the same way, but parts of Frozen 2 were like dealing with emotions and stuff in a way that's a little less surface level than a lot of other Disney. And Big Hero 6 was pretty deep. It wasn't entirely wholesome. It was pretty dark at times. With all the deaths and stuff. So we're kind of seeing it come back a little bit. But not quite in the same way. People just need to admit they were down bad for the wolf. What movie is that referring to? What? Oh, Puss in Boots. I can see it. I can see it. The wolf is not my type. He's a little too wolfy. I don't know how else to word it. He's a little too wolf. But the voice lines, if I close my eyes and don't imagine wolf, and the way they do some of the animation with like the slow predator approaching the prey and like toying with him. I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that. And it's fair enough. I'll see you silently, Shinobi. But yeah, I can understand, I guess. Me tempted to just end stream right now. I feel like I have said too much. I think my favorite character... You know what, though? Why weren't people down bad for Softpaws, or whatever her name was? I don't remember. I never saw any of the other Puss in Boot movies. I feel like people would have been down bad for her, too. Her voice was also pretty nice. Is that why people secretly... Kitty Soft... Yeah. Is that why people rated the movie so high? It wasn't just the quality. They were down bad. And they didn't even know it. Oh my god. You know what was the standout character in the movie for me, though? Jack Horner. He caused me so much amusement. I was laughing a lot when he was on screen. She's a little cat, yeah, but the wolf's a literal wolf. Bao was pretty down bad for the wolf. I can see that. Bao would be. But that Jack Horner, every time he killed somebody, I thought it was peak comedy. Does that make me a terrible person? The funniest part of the movie was every time Jack Horner killed people. Oh my god, you're right. He was like a representation of Disney, taking all the magic in these stories and butchering them, to forcibly magic them together and make him the ultimate powerful, like Disney's the ultimate company. Oh my goodness. Isn't a villain who's evil for being evil? He just admits it. He's like, I am evil. And I love it. I love how he misunderstands, like, you don't bake a pie without sacrificing a dozen chefs. And I'm like, that's not how it works. He is so good. He is so good. I feel like a lot of children might have been traumatized by Jack Horner, though. He was actually pretty scary. I love him so much, though. I love him so much. And you can tell how much fun his actor was having. His actor was just like, I know I don't have any magic, so I'm going to go kill and take it from all of you. Okay, bye. I love how he stuck his thumb in so many pies that it was permanently purple. One day Disney starts investing in Vtuber, the industry will be over. Can I cannot wait. Jack did steal the show, 100%. Okay. Hear me out, though. Disney Princess VTubers. Officially hired by Disney. On YouTube Kids. I'm just saying. Kettle, thank you for joining in, turn. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'm just saying. They would be rolling in the cash. They definitely have the money to get it started. And do you know how much money they'd be guaranteed to make? Because it's YouTube Kids, they wouldn't get a lot in supers or members. But because it's YouTube Kids and it's Disney, the algorithm would go absolutely nuts. And they would make ad revenue like you've never seen ad revenue before. Disney makes so much money they could probably even hire the official voice actors for it if they wanted to. Or at least sound-alikes that would pass. Exactly. Sony has 2 agencies. We have V, and we have Prism. So, easily. If the YouTube kids, they'd be able to get any monetization comments. I don't think they'd care about that, to be real. I think what they really want from it is toy sales. It would be the easiest way to show new toys to kids. They can even have them, like, playing with toys with hand cam or something. With Disney series and stuff, they don't... That's what makes most of their money. It's not the show or the movie itself. With the movies, maybe a little bit of box office, but otherwise, it's toys. It's how much the toys sell that gets the sales. I had a voice actor friend tell me something really interesting once, too. They said they have a habit of going to the toy store because they can usually tell what series are going to be cancelled by if their toys are in the bargain bins. Because as soon as a kid's show stops making money from toys, they stop making the show. Because that's where they get most of their money. So basically the entire shows are usually just advertisements for the toys. Which is fascinating to think about. Might work with exposure for toys and stuff. Exactly. That's what I'm wondering. I feel like they could, honestly, Disney lawyers are big enough, it doesn't even matter if it's against TOS. Just like Elon can get away with breaking his own TOS, I'm sure they could get away with breaking YouTube. I'm sure it would be fine. Persistence of Vision. That's the documentary for Thief and the Cobbler, isn't it? I'm gonna watch it. The other attempt to make anime-related things they did kind of failed. What attempt is that? I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar. But yeah. Man, I really want to see Titan AE. Team IG Yellow! Really, really want to see Titan AE. Yeah. Great movies never got a second iteration because they're showing up toys, but is that really a curse or is that a blessing? Do you really want a second iteration? I don't personally. Usually. Some movies have good sequels. Very rarely the sequels can be better. I'm trying to think of a good example. Do you guys know any movies where the sequel was better? I can't think of any. So Ravi, good night. I know some exist though. I just can't think of them right now. Anime just one. Wait, what do you mean failed? That's like, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. It didn't do as well in the West, but in Japan, it's doing really well. That didn't fail in any way. Twisted Wonderland is popular enough to get a Western release. I don't think you understand what that alone means. Twisted Wonderland isn't a failure at all. No way. I haven't seen the anime of it though. I don't know if it's out yet. So maybe, if you mean the anime, maybe it was bad. I don't know. Back to the Future 2 is really good. That's true. I really enjoyed Back to the Future 2. Shrek 2 I heard was really good. I don't think I've ever seen Shrek 2. I think I've only seen the first Shrek. Oh my god, Nobuo got me a very, very legit, totally not bootleg copy of Shrek 3, the video game, for Game Boy Advance, except the box says Game Boy Advance. He found it in Hong Kong. And gifted me this. He said the lady insisted it was very real copy Shrek 3. And I feel like I should stream it someday if the cartridge works. It sounds like it'll be really funny. Yeah, it's just one of those retweet sales in Japan many, many times. think the reason it didn't work as well in the West, it's still kind of popular in the West. The problem is the game itself is very shit in terms of the gacha and grinding. The characters and the Disney association is really fun. I enjoyed the game aesthetically. I liked a lot about it, but the grind was just so cruel. I couldn't do it. But otherwise, it was really good. So I'm excited for the anime version. Hello, Misa. So I'm excited. I'm excited. That's true. The Toy Story 2 was very good. Never mind. I was gonna say, didn't Megamind have a sequel that people really liked? But wasn't that just the Minions movie? that was the biggest mistake in movie history. That shouldn't have been allowed. Oh, Ellen David. That should not have been allowed to ever happen. Yeah, you do not mess with the mouse. Disney is basically the entertainment mafia. Although, honestly, based on some of the weird things you hear about Disney stars, maybe not that far off. Despicable Me. Oh, yeah, you're right. I mixed up the two, but I knew the characters in my brain. I just got the titles wrong. I was thinking of the guy, not the blue big brain guy, the other one. I don't know why I thought Megamind. Hello, Keitra. So, I heard this recently. I don't know if it's true or not. But apparently, at least Miley Cyrus, when she was filming Hannah Montana, she didn't even want to do it, and the Disney execs to make her do it anyway, because she signed the contracts and stuff, right? To make her do it anyway, they would literally hold open her mouth and pour coffee in it. I don't know how legitimate, I don't remember where I read it or how legitimate the source of the interview was, but I found a few others that were agreeing with it. So I don't know 100%. I can't go in court and say this happened, but there are some accounts of that happening. Disney is scary. It's Nickelodeon gets a lot of flack, but Disney has a lot of problems too. It's not good. Okay, that's true. How to Train Your Dragon, the whole trilogy is good. The last one made me cry like a baby. I'm gonna look it up, try to figure out where it came from. My phone has 1% though, might die. Yeah. At least the first source that came up, Showbiz Cheat Sheet. I don't know if it's just a BS website or not. It says she worked for 12 hours every day and had coffee literally jammed down her throat in an interview. It's not a video interview though, so I don't know for sure. But she did an interview, apparently. It says in an interview with Marie Claire in 2015 is when she revealed she worked 12 hours every day. And every day I was getting coffee jammed down my throat to wake me up. I just had to keep going, be strong. Everything happened to me on that set. That is so bad. That is literal child abuse. Oh, Torm Resurrex, thank you for the follow. Jenna McCurdy went through even worse. But that's Nickelodeon, which is a whole other bag of worms. It's just funny how Disney is often not demonized and tends to get away with things when they're also pretty scummy. The cover of Jenna McCurdy's book. I really want to read that book, actually. I haven't got a copy of it, but I've been very interested in reading it. Work on Food Pound, the sequels are good. I don't think I've seen them. Oh, Tendron, thank you for the follow. But I like reading both good and bad behind the scenes, honest stories you'd never expect. Whether it's just really messed up stuff, just because sometimes it's good to know what goes on. And I also like to read really wholesome stuff. Yeah, that particular person. That's why there's so much stuff. Is he? Hold on, I gotta find out if this is true. I heard rumors. Rapid typing under the covers. Yeah, Dan Schneider's back. He's back. Apparently he started working on some pilot projects in 2021 after a 3-year hiatus. Literally nothing happened to him. Nothing. He's not like fired permanently. He's not in jail. He's like, I mean, I don't know if that's when things came out, maybe, and that's maybe why he was let go, but I know in 2021 he was making some more stuff, but I thought I heard there was something more recent. I thought there was something in 2023 that I read. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe 2021 is when he had some pilots, and then because of everything that came out, he got shut down. Maybe it's gone then, I hope. I hope so. I hope so. A man's gotta go. Man's gotta go. Yeah, Hollywood really is that powerful. The elites, they can make so much money, they can just get away with anything, essentially. It's really sad. Really messed up. It shows how little protection stars get, too. Because then the stars get gripes for causing drama, instead of people being like, oh my god, a human being was hurt. It's just blech, blech, blech. How do I some red? It's not past my bedtime. It's actually really early. I usually go to bed 5 or 6 hours after this, but I have to go to bed early, so I'll go in bed maybe 30 to 45 or something. We sleep early today. True. Not fired because he likely knows enough about what other people did to take others down with him. That's true. But that's the reality. Someone like him can't be in power without people enabling him to be in power. So as much as we want to crucify him and be like, #1 bad guy, everyone else innocent, he's the worst. No. That's not possible. For someone like that to get in power, there have to be people who support them. And all of those people, for allowing it, are also guilty of basically everything that happened. Because whether they did it or not, they allowed it. It's just not cool. That being said, I'm sure some people were coerced. Not everyone allowed it due to not caring. I'm sure some were coerced, but probably some were just as bad as him and propping him up. Because if everyone disagreed with him, he'd be booted. Oh, Lyndon, thank you for the super. Before you go, tomorrow's my birthday. Happy early birthday! I hope you have a fun day tomorrow. I'll Plus, welcome as well. It's true, puppets can be stop motion. It's also claymation. Oh god, imagine making stop motion but with real people. That'll be so uncanny valley. Like, you get them to pose and take photos, but like, I mean, I guess you could just get real footage and slow it down, but the motion blur and stuff from it being a video would be different than if you just took a bunch of photos. Although I guess you could have no, I think you would still have to pose them manually because the hair and stuff would be blowing in the wind in a video, And with stop motion, you wouldn't have that. It could be really cool. That'll be so creepy. Hello, Richard Gonzalez. He didn't go to jail because he's friends with a very powerful person in Hollywood. He is a very powerful person in Hollywood. I'm sure other people didn't go to jail because of him as well. They just defend each other, you know. That's why Hollywood... We know for a fact that in Japan a lot of the entertainment industry is tied to Yakuza. Apparently not the JAV industry, surprisingly. Because I watched an interview with the JAV star once who said, like, the Yakuza doesn't care about us because we don't make enough money. Because that industry is really regulated in Japan. But the Yakuza is pretty heavy in, like, movies and idols and stuff. I don't know if organized crime in the same way, like your traditional organization, is as involved in Hollywood. But, like, definitely crime committed by producers and stuff is pretty bad. And pretty rampant. I've heard of at least, like, a couple mutuals, whether they spoke publicly or not, just weird things in the industry. Just is things that exist that shouldn't. Yeah, Hollywood is a tangled web. Fascinating to learn about, but would be terrifying to live in. Oh, she's Manchia. Don't let the bedbugs bite. Oh god, I hope there's none. We slept one night with none so far. I think we're good. By the way, I'm streaming with Wi-Fi. So I'm glad we haven't had any connection cutouts or anything. No Ethernet this time, but luckily the Wi-Fi has held up, so we're okay. They didn't shut off the modem yet. I mean, if I annoy them too much, it'd be an easy thing they can do to shut me up. I wouldn't say to cat welcome, but I sure hope it was a place where that's legal. Kinda yummy though. What the fuck are your messages? I feel like you're trolling me. Are you the villain? You came in during the Disney villains. You must be trolling. So look at good night. Wi-Fi, please hold. I don't know, man. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Prison Project and Project V. I like Project V. They're very interesting. Sony has... I hope they're getting a lot of support. They have a ton of VTubers that they've debuted, but they don't get a lot of views. And I think that's fascinating, because they're still investing more into the project and debuting more and more and more, in a way similar to Niji Sanji, but Sony is a very big company. So, it's like Sony is objectively way bigger than any color. So it's fascinating. I wonder if they're giving a lot of people... It's kind of like how a music label gives someone a debut, but instead of giving them an album debut, which takes a lot of money and time to produce, it's cheaper to make a VTuber model, throw them all out, get them streaming, share part of the profits, and then if one of them is popular enough, makes a lot of money, maybe release a CD or something. It's a really interesting business model. I don't actually know what their business model is, but it's fun to think about. And I'm kind of curious how it works. They're all very cute, though. I've seen a few streams from V Talents. They're very lovely. I was about to say, I wonder if they'll ever have an English branch, but now that Prism Project has partnered with Sony, I guess Prism Project's kind of like the English branch of V in a way, huh? Sony's English VTubers Prism Project. Foolish to think just because they're a big company you get guaranteed support. don't know if you're talking about V or Niji-sanji, but what bothers me the most, I know Hololive has talked about this as well, which actually is a gripe I have with Hololive, but Niji-sanji has basically confirmed it, not having any assets covered for your debut. To me, that kind of feels really wrong. Like, if you're indie, of course it's going to be on you to get assets and stuff for your debut, but like, Niji-sanji gets a lot of money from different resources and stuff. You think to at least kickstart their talent's debut, like, here's the thing, of course it's a risk. They don't know which talents are going to make money. But that being said, that risk shouldn't be on the talents. If there's a risk to lose money, that should be on any color, not on the talents. They were hired as employees, right? Like, okay, sure, they get their model for free, but like, you don't have an actor go on a movie set and be like, okay, we wrote you the role, and here's your costume, but every prop that you need for the scene, you have to bring it and buy it yourself. Like, what the fuck? It just feels really wrong to me that they're expected, especially when the bar has risen so high for debuts, that even if they're not legally expected to, there's this like implicit expectation that they like have to have really high quality debuts, even if it's not outwardly stated. And then they could be I know some of them before, so they spent thousands of dollars on their debut, but what happens if they don't take off like historical talents did? What happens if they lose money? That shouldn't be on an employee. They were hired. What they need to do the job should be provided by the company. And I've been very bothered ever since I learned about that. It's been very upset. It's not cool. It's not cool. Kiara recently said Culver wouldn't even give her a new mic at debut because they needed them for the studios. I can kind of understand that though. If she had a microphone that was satisfactory and wanted better, I can see not being given a newer, better microphone. I can understand that if she had one that was usable. But I do remember, I think Culver said before, their overlays and stuff, they had to do it themselves too at the beginning, which is not cool. Not cool. I think some things should be on the talent, like, like, if the talent wants to get an upgrade, and the company's like, you don't need this upgrade, but the talent buys it for themselves anyway, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But if it's like a mandatory upgrade, like they cannot function without it, like needing at least a basic overlay. I know that indies can use free ones, and technically corporate can use free one, but it's gonna look bad if a corporate VTuber with a company that big debuts with like a free to use one. So like they kind of have to have custom. I feel like giving them the bare minimum to start should kind of be the company's responsibility, not the talent. And it is a great business model for the companies to take minimal risk, reap maximum reward. It feels like a scam. And I keep hearing about other VTuber companies being similar, and it makes me angry. Her debut mic was really bad. I don't remember. Potentially. You could be right on that one. I don't remember what it sounded like, so. I mean, fair enough if it was really bad. Not surprised from Niji with their shotgun approach, but still. And even then, if they say they offer their branding, shouldn't that branding include not just a model, but like basic overlay and BGM? Does that not count as branding? That is your basic branding. It's gonna come with everything you need to have branding. Like, I don't know. It's just maybe maybe me being cranky about people being treated like poo. I don't know. I just kind of assumed better of at least the two biggest companies. It's like, why do people join? Just for fame? Because they're not making much money, apparently. At least in Nietzsche. But just make me cranky. They're probably still making decent money. Just like, I'm sure they're making good money. But the thing is, the cut they make, if it's that unfair, they should be making more. Because I think that could be a big part of too why so many people in Niji have outside jobs. Necessity. Not just because they want to. And that's disappointing. Because you can have better quality content, better health, mental and physical of your creators, if you just treat them a teensy better, you know. And exactly, if they don't have a custom overlay and stuff, with the company logo next to it, it's gonna make the company look bad. So the bare minimum for the company to not look bad should totally be included in what they get for free. I think there's nothing wrong with free to use overlays though. Even if you're a big indie, there's nothing wrong with it. But if you're part of like Niji or Hollow, there's a bit of a different expectation, I think. Do you think Warner Bros. Or any well enough to start VTuber agencies made up of existing characters? I think for sure, but I don't know if it'll happen. Hi, 25 I feel like they could do it. I just don't know if they will. Especially 3D characters. They could probably add face tracking to models that already exist, right? Wait. Wouldn't that just get us minions VTubers? I think I'm good. I think I'm good without minions VTubers. I don't want it anymore. the risk is too high. Also, Ravi, good night. And the risk is just that risk ain't worth it. Or seeing the movie VTubers. Blech. I can imagine in Tony the Tiger VTuber. One stream only. The furries got too weird. Like to imagine in the world 2033 you have VTubers everywhere. I mean, you never know. Have people go to school on their iPads as VTubers. Virtual avatars go everywhere. Who knows? Ninjas is known by Warner Bros. I mean, that's true. But if Illumination made VTubers, it'd be very scary. Don't Min's wife. No. 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 No way. The only good thing that would come out of a Minions VTuber is if they accidentally say something really bad and get themselves cancelled. I would laugh because it came from a minion. Forgetting to mute and the minion says something super offensive. And I will laugh. I will laugh like I've never laughed before in my life. Mister, thank you for the raid! I can't pull up clips right now because I am gonna stop soon and I have my microphone balanced on my trackpad, so I gotta be really careful, but thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a lovely stream. Go check out their channel as well, guys, yeah? Follow Georgia Jones and I'm out of tune. And then done. I'm gonna scroll up real quick and say hi to some people and then wrap up pretty soon, but hello, animal. Man, it's late and I'm tired. Also, big since I ranted about other people not getting what they needed for debut and having to figure it out themselves, big kudos to 3 PM Draw, who is also Aka's mama, and Nobuo. They, all of my debut music and overlays and stuff were made by them. So kudos to them for helping me get started with the good branding instead of having to figure out that stuff for myself, which I ranted should not be a thing. Popo 3 p.m. is blessed. Nobuo also blessed making all my good stuff. Except my initial lore video. Nobuo made the music, but I made the video myself. It was beautiful. Although I think the pictures were taken by either Hardy or James. They were lovely, lovely photos of the inside of some boxes. That was the laziest lore video. It is blessed. Scuffed in all the best lazy ways. God. I still don't know what happened after my debut. What broke me? I sounded so mature and grounded and level-headed during my debut. What happened? We went full unhinged in comparison. I have no idea what happened to me. Somewhere along the line, things went horribly wrong. I think VTuber agencies will come and go over time. There might be new ones that replace them. There might not be. It's interesting though, because there's another VTuber who debuted trying to sound more mature, and then later on, they started sounding very gremlin. They debuted kind of with a voice like this, and they were trying to sound really sultry, and now they just talk like this, like me all the time. They're really lazy. It's Project Melody. I watched a clip of Project Melody talking, reacting to her own debut, and she was going like full One-san sultry. No, not even One-san. It was almost like Obasan level sultry, like not Obasan like grandma, but like maybe that's the wrong word. What's the word for aunt? I don't know. Apparently it's sultry grandma because I forgot the word for aunt. like marine is more what I'm thinking, and now she's just full gremlin. We love to see it. I relate to her a lot in that way. Hello, MK14EBR. How could you have a minion VTuber if they don't speak coherent English? Nothing on YouTube Kids has coherent English. Like legit, half the videos there, they're like 3-minute crafts and stuff. It's all like, I don't know, like literally not even a language. Or like Blippy. I don't know if Blippy has words or not. You literally have a lot of kids channels where in order to work on as many countries as possible, they have no spoken language. They're just like, the whole video. Over exaggerated sounds and expressions. No words. Yeah, YouTube Kids is the closest thing we have to hell. Yup. Okay. Nekopara, we've been through this many times. I don't think that was fully it though. I think that's when I started getting more unhinged. But I think even since then we've come a lot further into the realm of unhinged. I don't think it was just Nekopara. Although maybe it was one of those things where once it started, it just couldn't stop and it just snowballed. One of these days I'm gonna get in trouble now though, and accidentally say something super, super like too horny or something, because now I have no filter. Now YouTube kids is very nightmare fuel. I'm above 13. I'm a grand P. Man, YouTube kids watch along when nah, that's probably illegal anyway. The YouTube kids channels have enough money they could sue if they wanted to. Even watch the original streams well after the fact. You say Nico Power was definitely the I guess it was that drastic of a shift at that moment, was it? Oh well. Oh well. And it had to be really bad given what Akka gets away with. I mean, the real danger isn't Akka or me. The real danger is Akka and me. If you put us together, then you have the real danger. I mean, what you see on screen is only part of it. We talk off stream, and we are very much enablers. One person says something that's probably a bad idea, and the other person's like, yeah. We just enable each other for all sorts of shenanigans. It's too dangerous. Somehow the PA officers survived, even though we pranked both of them. I'm not gonna lie, it was entirely Akka's idea, though. She can take credit for that. I was actually struggling a lot. It wasn't anyone's fault there. It wasn't anyone's fault. I had a great time, but I wasn't quite at my regular energy. Just 'cause, something I usually use for anxiety, I couldn't really bring with me. You know, certain medications are legal in some places, not others. I could not take. And, I was on another medication too, for my stomach that I just started, but, it decided to not work. So I was like a physical and mental wreck the whole time. But I felt bad that I couldn't be as lively or interact with as many people as I would have liked to, just because I was struggling a bit. But I still really, really, really enjoyed the trip, and hope people understand. They were all really nice, so I don't think anyone held it against me, at least. I did my best. And it was really good practice, because now I travel a lot. It was the first big trip I'd been on in a long time, so now it makes all my shorter trips feel really easy. And it taught me how to be prepared for everything. Ba. How's your that boy? That being said, I said I was gonna stop streaming 20 minutes ago, didn't I? I lied. Oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Oh, God. I can't show you this because with my mic on my trackpad, I can't pull this up. Aka sent me a number of DM images. Can I describe these to you guys? Can I describe them? So we've been talking about conventions because we're hoping to both go to one maybe next weekend if things work out. Okay. She sent me a bunch of cosplay ideas. Okay, the first one is someone wearing a green morph suit with a Kermit the Frog head and with a Kermit the Frog hand puppet on one hand. But the rest of the outfit, by the way, they're stepping on a giant Kermit the Frog as well. And the rest of the outfit is like 10-inch heel stripper boots with belts all the way up. A thong that has chains hanging down from it and sexy written on it. A leather corset. Leather gloves that go up past the elbow. Yeah. that was the first cosplay idea she sent me. Right right below this, can I even describe this one? Okay, so it's someone cosplaying Lord Voldemort, but full prosthetics and boobs. And I don't know what they're wearing, but it's like a one-piece bikini with a boob window. But I think there might be a hole in the back of it. Based on the pose the guy right behind them is in, and the pose Voldemort is in. What did she send me? I think it's fake. I think there's no body on the Voldemort. I think it's like a fake doll that someone made to make a photo. But they only made the front half. Oh god, what is this? Oh god. And then there's skater girl Seifuku, what's that thing? Creeper from Minecraft. The next thing is just someone wearing a big ball as Kirby, but like with sexy legs poking out in like red high heel shoes. The suit is too round and big. They fell over and they're just rolling on the floor. Yeah. And the next one I don't even recognize. So I can't explain because I don't recognize. It says Nutter. It says Nutter in all caps and italicized and bolded. I don't know what that means. Reviews, you know. And then there's a cosplay. It's not a sexy version. It's just really weird looking Shrek and Donkey duo. What did you send me? What did you send me? Thank you, Akka. I'm gonna have nightmares. No. No. You guys only had to have a description. I had to see it. This feels like the time she sent me Kokichi Oma and Kibo art all over again. Although I've definitely sent her things at least once to be guilty about, so maybe I shouldn't say anything. And it's okay. Guys, I have a problem. No problem. I'm too tired to end the stream. Elemental chaos. But going to sleep requires getting ready for bed, which requires lots of things, and doing my dishes and ending the stream. And I don't want to do any of these things. Dishes can be done in the morning, right? I'm never want to do that. I always wash dishes right away or they get nasty. But I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Never save them before bed. But the problem is I just used them. I ate my food immediately before streaming. I just used them. Soak them in water and do them in the morning. That might be a good compromise. Might be fair compromise. I don't even have the energy to talk anymore. But I'm still not ending stream because that's too much work. I'm so tired. It's like the mood when you need to go to bed, but you can't move. So instead you stay up 3 more hours scrolling through your phone. Not because you want to. And the whole time you're sad because you'd rather be sleeping. But to get from where you are to sleeping is too much. It's too much. Just stream to sleep. I can't. I gotta pee. So I gotta end stream anyway. I'm too lazy to set up a bathroom break. I'll drink more, then I make the pee more urgent. Wait, where's a bottle when you need one? No, then you'd hear it. That's even worse. That's even worse. That's illegal. Probably, literally, actually. No. I mean, technically I'm drinking out of a bottle. When I finish all the liquid inside, it'll be empty. I'm contemplating how lazy I am. I think I can resist. I think I can resist. just barely. Just barely. Because then I'd have to wash it. And I don't want to wash it. The only reason I'm able to resist is that's one more thing to wash, and I already don't want to wash anything. But yeah. Does anyone... Why did... Oh my god, my throat, hold on. Why did that even become a meme? I don't know the source of it. Was there someone who actually used a gamer bottle? Please tell me there wasn't. But I strongly feel like there was. Probably more than one. If the pony jar was real. I have no doubt gamer bottles were real. Even if I don't want to believe it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of curse in this world. You bet it was real. Oh no. Pony jar. Demo, do you not know? My poor sweet child, do you not know? No. No. Wait, trucker bottle. Do people not go to the side of the road? Oh my god, Demo doesn't know. Chad, please don't make me explain this. Please don't make me explain this. Is this a good reason to end stream? We leave Demo on a cliffhanger. Shiki had a gamer bottle. She accidentally drank from it, thinking it's Mountain Dew. Do you mean Shiki from Prism? Oh no. How do I explain this? Because true, you don't need to Google it, because then you can find the images, and I think I'd rather spare you from the images. How do I explain this without saying direct words and stuff? Because I still don't know if I'm above a kid's bedroom. Okay. Okay. So, there was this guy that started a project. He really liked Rainbow Dash. So, he put Rainbow Dash in a jar. And then, how do I say this wholesomely, just in case it's overheard? He decided to, when he was very happy, he decided to release the proof of how much he loved Rainbow Dash into the jar, featuring Rainbow Dash. But he didn't stop there. He sealed the jar and kept it. No, he did not empty it. No, he did not clean it. He a few days later, over the course of a year, he kept coming back and adding to it. He wanted to see if he could fill the whole jar. I already am surprised it took 3 years actually to fill it. That alone leaves me with some questions. But okay. Oh no! Thank you for the raid. You chose a very bad time. I'm so sorry. Okay. Preface. I'm explaining something extremely disgusting and lewd to chat right now. I'm gonna end the stream very soon, so I won't be offended if you gotta run away if you don't want to hear it. Someone in hello, Silva. Okay, so someone in chat didn't know what Pony Jar project was. So I'm explaining the Pony Jar project. If you don't know what that is and you don't want to hear about it, run for your life. If you don't know what that is, you should probably also run for your life because you're better off that way. So I'm staying at an Airbnb. It's like, I don't know if there's a kid above me, so I have to explain it in, I'm being very quiet just in case. I have to explain in, more wholesome words. It's your final warning. Run away while you can if you don't want to hear. If you want me to break your brain, you came to the right place. Okay. I'll restart. So, there was a guy that really liked Rainbow Dash. And so, okay. Thank you for the follow. He decided to put Rainbow Dash in a jar. A Rainbow Dash figure. Believe it or not, earlier we did not finish the story. And to say it as safe as possible, in case there's kiddo listening. Let me find the follow. He decided to as I said, release the proof of his love for Rainbow Dash into the jar with the Rainbow Dash figure, and then put the lid on it. Justin Curry, thank you for the super. There's no wholesome words for the jar, that's true. And then, you think he'd stop Dale, but he never cleaned it, and he never emptied it. He, every once in a while, he would do it again and again. Until one point, here's the worst part. So, okay, before the 3 year, there was something in the middle that happened. So, he kept the jar too close to a radiator. And it became winter, so the heater started turning on. The Rainbow Dash figure got boiled and melted in the fluid in the jar. So he looked in, and one day when he opened it to use it, the figure was wrecked and looked like a melted candle. It was so terrifying. And then, and for some reason, he didn't take that as a cue to stop. He took it as a cue to start over and do it all over again. So he got a new jar and a new figure, and he started again. And 3 years later, he finished. Like, he finished enough times to finish. No, he was a man with a mission. He successfully filled the jar. And the images are horrible. He posted images of it, and you can't really, it wasn't kept in a fridge or anything. I don't even know if that would have helped, but it turned brown. Like a yellowy brown. Hello, Corvus. I'm so sorry you came in now. They came in right now. It can never be unseen if you've seen it. He turned brown. And then one day, when he finally gave up on the project, he opened it, and he said the smell was so bad that he couldn't handle it anymore, and he's like, he didn't know why he did it. I don't know either. I'm actually fully convinced he did it for internet clout, but again, I'm so sorry that you guys rated when that's what I was explaining. I swear the rest of the stream was much more wholesome. We talked about Disney. For like an hour. Not even in weird, well, I guess in weird ways we're part of it, but not most of it. Oh yeah, that's the incident. So infamous that whenever someone hasn't heard of it, I'm surprised. Allison breaking her 24 odds. I'm so sorry for any souls who have suffered a loss of innocence today. I can get a membership for that description, thank you, because that was extremely difficult to subscribe in child-friendly language just in case. Thank you, Green, for the members. Thank you for joining. Thank you for following through on your word. Pity the garbage workers have to pick up when the guys threw away. I don't even want to think about it. Oh man, this is what happens. I went 45 minutes over when I said I was going to bed. I just get progressively worse once I need to sleep, and I don't. Also, I still have to pee. I'm literally like dancing. I'm like shuffling constantly. I gotta pee so bad. Oh no. Okay. Thank you guys for the raids and for stopping by. I promise if you wanna see some of my normal content that's not as cursed, I promise I sometimes do streams that aren't like that. I promise it's not always pony jar time. I gotta sleep. Devin, thank you for the follow. I gotta sleep. Hold on. She's like, it's the normal. No, not quite this bad. not quite this bad. Not quite, at least. How long will it take a gal to fill a jar? Impossible, because we have common sense not to do it in the first place. Okay. I'm gonna raid some people, which is going to require putting my mic somewhere else. I'm gonna put it on the bed with me. It's gonna probably make awful noises, I'm sorry. I have restless nights almost every night, actually. When I'm away, every single night. When I'm back, sometimes I'm lucky. When I'm away, I tend to wake up every 15 minutes. When I'm not away, maybe like every hour. Some days, if I'm really lucky, I don't wake up, but it's pretty rare. Okay, I'm gonna put the mic on the bed and raid some people. Wait. Yeah, big crashing sound. Okay. Let's get rid of that music. Because I'm gonna raid some people. I'm not gonna pull up their images or anything, so I'm lazy. Alright, let's see who we can raid. Hobby options. Oh, loud volume. Okay, give me a minute. Oh yeah, I gotta drop my links. Hold on. Let me drop my links. I'm having annoying music come through on Twitch. Okay. And don't forget, if you're on YouTube, if you enjoyed this stream, make sure to like and subscribe and all that good stuff and comment. I guess you can't subscribe on Twitch. I don't know the words. Alright, here we go. Give me 1 minute to refresh Twitch. I'm sorry if you can hear crazy noises. I'm literally like dancing to not pee myself and the mic is on the bed. Okay, let's see who we can raid. I got speed raid so I can go pee. I'm gonna die. I gotta pee. Okay, who's doing a whole lot of nothing? Anyone just chatting? Any mutuals just chatting? That's so disappointing. No one's just chatting. You know what? Let's raid someone quite chill. We're gonna raid Nekohime Lotus on Twitch before we raid on YouTube. It's just like Mad Father. I haven't sent her a raid in a while. And her rules. Respect each other and be kind. Listen to the moderation team. Do not promote or drop links in the chat without permission. Do not share personal information about yourself or others. I live in Ukrainian. No bullying, sexism, racism, homophobia, or other hate-based chat. No ethnic, sexual, religious, disability, ageist, or transphobic slurs. Don't spam words. No spoilers to a game, TV show, or film. And have a good time. I'm gonna send you guys there on Twitch, and then we'll find someone on YouTube. And she's doing voice acting with Mad Father. Alright. I will see you guys. Bye. And if you're on YouTube, stick around. We raid soon. There we go. Why are there 79? Oh yeah, we said a big raid. That's why there's 79 of you. Good to see most of you had common sense to run away. I guess she finished her game. Whoops. Okay. I guess I raided her as she was ending too. Okay, who can I raid on YouTube? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Web is playing one of my favorite games on YouTube. I think I'm gonna send you guys over there. Let me just double check that she's still actually streaming. Yes! I'm gonna send you guys over to Web. Playing some... Actually, I think she's not... I don't think she's chatting with it. I think she's just playing the game. If it's just gameplay, I think I'll probably raid someone else. Who can we trade then. Leah is streaming Hyrule Warriors instead of the other Zelda. I'm gonna send you guys to Leah. I like Hyrule Warriors. Go have fun with Leah. Play not Tears of the Kingdom. Actually, let me make sure she's still streaming. So I don't hit someone up right before they end. Double check. Here we go. Okay. Oh wait, no. This is she's actually playing Tears of the Kingdom. Never mind. She's not playing Hyrule Warriors. That's okay. I'll send you guys. It says she's playing Age of Calamity, but no wait, yeah, it is Age of Calamity. Okay, I was thinking of the other Hyrule Warriors, that's why I got confused. I will send you guys over. The rules are: let's kill and will be nice to the viewers and me. Friendly banter is always encouraged. Please be mindful. If you see spam or trolling, don't respond, block, report, and just ignore those comments. Please don't talk about other streamers unless I bring them up. Please don't bring unrelated topics or politics to the stream. Please don't talk about me on other streamers' channels without permission. Please respect the mods at all times. They're working very hard. No backseating or spoilers in chat. Enjoy chatting before stream as long as it's related, and have fun. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys over to Leah. I'll see you later next week. I'm sorry there won't be any weekend streams. Bye bye.